A theory of constraints helps to identify the constraint, set the right amount of work in progress that is often much lesser than thought. If you reduce the work in progress, lead time goes down.
TOC is about reducing lead time. How's that possible?
That's interesting because it's not the TOC directly. So there comes another law of physics into place. It's Little's law. That's very, very widely common. Little's law, known in the lean community everywhere. Little's law is very known. So I would answer this in two steps. So if you really understand Little's law, then it's very easy. The lead time, so the duration of a job in a system, is more or less equals the work in progress divided by the throughput, the output of the system. So TOC, what it does in the first step is identify the constraint. And if you have identified the constraint, you typically see that it's overplanned 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. We had companies, they overplanned or overbooked the constraint by factor 10. Makes no sense. Huh? And if you reduce the work in progress at the constraint, then the work in progress in the whole company is reduced. There's a testimonial of Skype. They reduced the work by factor 2. So after identifying the constraint, just a half of the work was in the system. And Little's law immediately shows that more or less the lead time is 50%. And you see that. So a theory of constraints helps to identify the constraint, set the right amount of work in progress that is often much lesser than thought. If you reduce the work in progress, lead time goes down. And then some things magically happen, or 2 things are happening. Then you see that there are people running around calling for work, because you underload the organization and people want to work. That's very human. They want to work. And then they ask, how can we help? And if you know the constraint, then you can say, hey, look over there. Can you help? Oh, I don't know how to do mechanical engineering, but I know how to read specifications and I can bring coffee or whatever. So whatever you can think about how to help the constraint, it helps the constraint. And and sometimes you find a mechanical engineer who can help the mechanical engineering, or software developer who programmed Java can also program Perl. That's no problem. So there are very often people who really can help in the constraint in any way. And then the capacity of the constraint is growing. Throughput is growing, and if throughput is growing, then the lead time is shrinking. Second effect. And the third effect is you don't even have to move people around. Just by reducing work in progress, the constraint is working more in flow. Negative multitasking is going down, interruptions going down, less mistakes. The more prepared or well-prepared stuff coming in. So this also increases the throughput. So by applying theory of constraint, it's no big issue to double or triple the throughput. It's no big issue to reduce the time to market, the lead time, by 25 to 60%, 70%. We already had this. So, and that's a magic about this, and you don't have to do a lot of things, or you don't have to hire people. It works within hours, on days. That's the magic of theory of constraints.
Wolfram, thank you so much for this interview. I have one last question. What services does BlueDolphin offer, and how do they help your customers, and how can they get in touch with you? How can they get more information?
Okay, what is BlueDolphin? I think BlueDolphin is the first, and the really first, worldwide community of people who want to do self-organized changes based on theory of constraint. Okay, and what is this? In the end, a theory of constraints is all about getting more output in a very short time without adding pressure to the people and additional resources. That's theory of constraints. And the self-organization part is coming to this point, even in huge organization, in a very, very fast way. And our aim as Dolphins is, of course, to share this knowledge and make it available to as many organizations as possible around the world. So our service is being a community, exchanging ideas, exchanging experience, and make this happen. There are friends of BlueDolphin, that's the smallest version. There you get invitations to our gatherings, you get a newsletter, you get coffee breaks, small information bites. And of course, you get all the support you need to get it started. And there's, of course, a paid membership. And if you are a paid member, then you get additionally service. You get access to the whole community, to the whole network of dolphins with all their experience and knowledge how to do it. There will be question and answer sessions. There will be coffee breaks, even more and better ones. There will be knowledge updates if someone learned something. And you get access to our whole body of knowledge. That's something around 2 gigabytes of data. It's books, it's PDFs, articles, it's small videos and useful links, and even Excel tools to get started right away. So you have access to the whole body of knowledge of the whole BlueDolphin network, and that's very valuable, by the way. And the third part, of course, and the third service is, if you want to really get started, sometimes you need to convince your boss, and we are helping in this. And sometimes it's a little better to have some guidance, some coaching through the BlueDolphin process to really get your success as fast as possible. And of course, we as BlueDolphin, we offer help in this. So we are a community from the beginning to the end, just to make you successful and your company. If you want to join, it's very easy. Just open browser, type in https://blue-dolphin.world, and there's a contact formula. Just get in contact, and you're welcome to swim with us in the ocean as a blue dolphin.